Uh-huh.
And for some reason, I thought it was Mastech people calling like to fight me.
Yeah.
The Phoenix guys, right?
Yeah.
Because once in a while they call me to fight me, right? And that's the only reason I picked it up. I was like, "Who the fuck is calling me from Miami?" And I'm like thinking, "Oh, maybe it's Phoenix, calling to fight me." And it turned out to be FMI schedule guy, not schedule, project controls guy. And he was like, "Well, where's my schedule? You expected it was sitting waiting for a schedule?" I'm like,
For
"The
this
fuck are
job.
you?" I didn't know who he was, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, "Why? Like, who the fuck are you?"
For this
He's like, "Oh,
job here.
I'm project controls with FMI." I'm like, "Oh fuck." Kind of crazy. I didn't expect it. Like, who the fuck are you?
Yeah.
Are you serious? Okay. So this is how it's shaping up right now, right? So we got 3 weeks of trenching over at 49 to 29,
Yeah.
right? Or 20, whatever it is, right? 49 to 28. And we're going to start trenching after the subgrade is completed at 28 to 25.
Yep.
By the time the pipe is all going to be there, and we're going to install the pipe as we're doing the trenching, right? So we're going to do like 13 days here and 13 days, no, 14 days here. Here, um, over that, one day. Uh, um, okay, and fuel install. Okay, now this one, range. Okay, so do you want pipe guys to be critical or dirt guys to be critical?
The same crew. So
So the pipe guys are going to do all the excavation and everything?
yeah.
Okay. Would never happen in California or Northeast. They're like, what? What are you doing?
Hmm.
Okay, here's the rat, and we're walking off the job. Goodbye.
I know.
Because the operating engineers, they would have lose their shit.
Oh.
All right, so now what's gonna happen is, right? So right now we just finished. We're stopped at 28, right?
Yep.
28 plus 29. Doesn't mean they're gonna go all the way around and come back to 142.
What was
Because
that
I got,
again?
huh?
What was that again?
So look, the screw number two, right?
Yeah.
They just stopped at 28, 28 plus 98.
Yes.
So the last section that's left is 142 plus 35 to 142 plus 16. It's like 19 fucking feet, right? So does that
That's
mean go?
That is crew number one doing 142.16 to 142.35.
Oh, okay. So that means these fucking guys are not gonna turn around and go all the way. So it's like crew number one. Okay, it's just we missed it. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me go back and move this into crew number one guy section rather.
Oh.
All right, so that one is 142. When are they gonna do that? Is
They're
that
gonna do,
huh?
they're gonna do station. They're gonna do station 145.78 to 138.76.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
And then they're gonna do 142.16 to 142.35.
Okay, we just missed it. Okay.
Then we just missed that little piece.
Yeah. Oh, it's little bitch. We
Yeah.
just missed that little bitch. Okay, hold on. Let me fix it real quick.
I gotta run out 1 second.
Hey, Rocky, you were in this meeting, right, for K103, the update meeting? So, hold on a second. So you see how they lost their shit? When I started talking about that RFI, the RFI that they held on to for like 2 months. Oh, it's like, oh, I'm gonna stop you there. No, you're not, right? No, you're not. I mean, as much as I like you, Karan, you're not gonna like, no, right? I hope, I mean, you don't want to be like super forceful with these guys, but sometimes, because you can't just, I'm not saying you're doing that. I'm just saying we should never allow him to twist the facts, right? And that's what he was trying to do, right? He was trying to, oh, we have nothing to do with that. No. You were in possession of that RFI, and it was like, I'm not blaming anybody. I'm just saying that's what happened. And I said, did you hear me make any delay claims? No. That means relax. I'm just,
Who was
the
this?
state. It was this meeting today. Fucking floor guy had a meltdown.
The FOS.
Yeah, for the FOS. Yeah, so I had to like put him back a little bit in his place because like, don't fucking have meltdowns with me.
Yeah,
I'm the only one who allowed to have meltdowns.
that's right.
All right, hold on.
Bilal said
No.
that he can't,
Oh,
Bilal from Floor, you know him.
yeah.
He can't deal with Greg.
Any other news?
He told me that. He said, I can't handle that guy.
Yeah, no, I know. I mean, he's he means well, but sometimes he's a little too forceful. I mean, I'm
That's
forceful.
that's exactly what he said. He's too
Yeah, but he's forceful in the wrong situations, like when you don't have to
situation.
be.
Yes.
Yeah, like when you don't need to be forceful at all.
Yeah.
Just say, all right, whatever the fuck, we'll fix it. All right, good. Oh, we're gonna remove it like today on the schedule, right? We had this whole discussion about the turnover activities, and I can't get through to these fucking guys to give me a correct information on the on turnover.
Yeah.
Right? They consistently give me wrong stuff, right? Like incorrect stuff.
Yeah.
And Floor kind of called us out on that, and Greg was like, "Well, we're just gonna remove it from the schedule." I'm like, Greg, just fuck, And Dallas was like, no, we're just gonna fix it. We're gonna do it. And Like, you don't have to be forceful at all. Like, relax. You know, this one is not the one worth fighting for. Not even a little bit. You know, just forget about the whole thing. Oh, we're just gonna remove it. Oh, stop it.
Thing of it is, Klaus told me that Chris Johnson's fed up with him.
Oh, is that right? I mean, Chris Johnson, he's been actually really good recently. Um, like really accommodating with us.
Uh-huh.
Like not being like in the beginning, Chris Johnson was super difficult. He was really like really hard ass, like very difficult to deal with, like cursing a lot, screaming in the meetings, you know, and then he kind of calmed down recently,
Yeah.
maybe the last couple of months. Um, I mean, I had only a couple of run-ins with him, like nothing serious, but I have a pretty good relationship with him, I think.
Yeah.
Um, at least not a bad relationship. Let's put it this way.
But funny when
It's just, I
oh
think, yeah, it's just, I think
that
in the
was
beginning, huh?
that was funny when 12 was telling me about.
Yeah, but that's probably, you know, Greg, is having a hell of a time on his job, right? And,
Why don't you just chill out?
yeah, I mean, that's because he's a little overwhelmed, I think, you know, and he's trying to, because he's not overwhelmed because he doesn't know what to do, but because Phoenix is making it super difficult.
Yeah.
Phoenix is not helpful at all. You know, they're just playing fucking games with us, you know, like don't play contractual games with me, you know. They start like, "Ah, is this in the contract? Is this there? Is this here?" I'm like, get the fuck out of here, you know, just do it,
Yeah.
you know. And so what is happening is I think Greg is getting a little overwhelmed with his guys because they just making it way too difficult. Um, and that's why it's taking on so much stress, and therefore he comes off as like super difficult to deal with, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. That's probably true.
But not because he doesn't know what to do, it's
Yeah.
um because of fucking
Phoenix.
Phoenix. They getting a little better, I want to say, because I think Chris gave a fucking chili enema, like red chili enema, to their
Yeah.
to their boss last week. I think it happened. Like Chris gave him like beat the shit out of Phoenix's boss last week, and therefore they seem to be getting better, right? But they have been like fucking super difficult to deal with, and that's why Greg sometimes comes off like he's losing, you know. But again, there is a fucking valid reason for that. Not losing it, but because like fuck you, you know. Like,
Yeah.
why are you making it so difficult?
Yeah.
You know. I mean, I worked as a sub several times, you know, for like I told you, right? As we used to do all this concrete for Turner.
Yeah.
Like Turner would do like a $2 billion high rise, and we just do excavation and found and concrete for them, like foundations concrete and slurry walls and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And our our contracts, our subcontracts would be like 230 million, 280 million. And basically, the relationship between the sub and the prime sometimes is stronger than the owner and the prime. You know, like you just fucking do it because you're on the same team. Like when you're fighting the owner, it's one thing because you're fighting for your money. When you're fighting with the prime as a sub,
Yeah.
the job suffers. you know,
It does.
stop it. Like you want to send me a claim, fucking send me a claim, but stop playing games with contract stuff with me.
Yeah.
Isn't it in the contract? I don't know if it's in the contract. In the contract, it says one sentence: provide scheduling services. So go and fucking provide it. Very simple. So Greg is a little, I think he's on his last leg with these fucking guys. That's why. All right. So as of right now, our crew number one is done on September 2nd. That's given the blue stake one blue stake on the 27th on sorry. One blue stake is on the 19th of June, the other blue stake on June 26th. So the crew number one, fuck. Oh man, this Zen is fucking burning my head off. Some reason it's like this pouch is like because I'm trying to quit smoking
Uh-huh.
and I'm doing Zens and like I smoke like I did my best yesterday, just 4 cigarettes the whole day. So, but like this fucking pouch is like extra strong, like fucking super spicy.
Oh, wow.
Anyway, so crew number one is done on September 2nd, right?
Yep.
Crew number two is done on September 19th. And we'll adjust it. Okay, we'll make
Yeah,
changes.
yeah.
We'll make changes. But the flow is as such. It starts. So crew number one starts all the way at the end at 145. I'm not gonna do decimals. Okay, so
Yep.
they
No.
start at 145 to 138. Oh fuck. Oh, so that's kind of weird because look, you got 145, 138, and then 142 to 142, which is in the middle of 145. So there's like a small piece in there that's below
Yeah.
ground.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So they're gonna go back, do a little piece, do it below ground. Then they go on back up to 138, from 138 to 145. From 138 to 85, then from 85 to 49, and then they go home. Then the second crew starts on July 22nd. That's after clearing grub, after pothole, after as building utilities. They start on July 22nd. Well, I didn't say it. The other crew starts on July 17th, right? So, but then crew number two starts on July 22nd, and they started at 16. I'm sorry, at one. At one. They go from 1 to 16, from 16 to 21, from 21 to 25, from 25 to 28, and from 28 to 49. And that's the end of the pipeline.
That's the end of the pipeline, yes.
Okay.
And then I
So
would tie all that into testing down there.
we'll get to that.
Yeah.
So the testing is going to include, so we're going to do hydro test in sections, right? But after the whole pipe is done, right?
Once they get like the first testing section is
At 145 to 92.
yeah.
So
So when crew
let's,
number one
okay,
gets a past station 192,
no, 92, right? 92. All right, let me work on it so I understand. So they're going to test. Do you want to set it up that you're going to do hydro testing while they're laying the pipe, or hydro testing after the whole pipeline is built?
we're gonna do it in like like the first one I got here is from 9235 to 145.78.
Yeah,
If you go up to the pipe,
yeah,
we'll,
yeah.
we'll do the first testing after crew one finishes
Finish with what,
85,
like,
8537 to 138.75.
yeah. So what are they gonna do? They're gonna plug it or something to hydro test?
Yeah, we'll just plug it and put our valves on it, and
Age and shit like that, right? Okay.
yeah.
Okay, so the next section is 49 to 92. So 49 to 92, that one is, okay, 49 to 92, okay. Okay. Then 21 to 49, 21, fuck is 29 to 49, so 29, fuck, 29 here. Basically at the very end, 29, 21 to 49. Yeah, it's like all the way at the end. And you got 0 to 21, 0 to 21. 0 to 21 is like this first one. No, first two. No, first three. First three. Okay. And then when all of it is done, you're gonna fill it with nitrogen, right?
Yeah, after the last hydro and flushing, then we'll fill the whole thing with
Nitrogen,
nitrogen,
is that to purge it? Why are we filling it with nitrogen?
because it dries the pipe out after
Right.
we.
So yeah, so basically you purge it, right? Yeah, you
Yep.
purge it. Yeah, you purge it, okay.
And can you make the days 3 days each?
Okay. Okay, so let me move pipe testing. Um, Let me move pipe testing somewhere else. No, let it sit here for now. Okay, so that covers, at least preliminary, it covers the pipeline.
Yes.
Um, okay, so the rest is all structures and mechanical equipment, right?
Yeah.
And Rohit, I'm gonna need you to be my emotional support while I'm quitting smoking,
There you go.
because I'm fucking losing it, my friend.
And
Yeah, I'm doing like nicotine pouches instead of like smoking, but the fucking oral fixation on fucking cigarettes is super difficult to quit. Um, I need to get like fucking, I don't know, like there are these like pipes you could buy that has no nicotine, but not a vape. It's just like a pipe. You kind of hold it like a cigarette and you kind of like smoke it, but it has no nicotine and it doesn't have like a steam or anything. But it gives you like different tastes, like apple or peach or whatever the fuck you want, you know. So, um, so when do we do? Let's start. We still have about an hour, Mike. Do you have time? I have about an hour.
yeah, let's go.
Okay. So, um, let me think real quick. Okay. So the first one I got is the blow off section. I'm sorry, blow off station at the 92.
All right.
Is that the one you want to do first, or which one you want to do first?
Yeah, let's just so think here, those will be done,
Excuse me.
uh, when do we have the, material? We gotta go up to the material and then I can tell you.
So, so these blow-off sections, right? These blow-off stations, um, they are not tied to the pipeline.
No,
Oh, okay, okay. All right. So right now I got, so the material here, right, is primarily, it seems like it's the shit that's coming from where? Is it Ames or FMI?
well, you got the, should have the FMI supplied material.
Well, let's do this, Mike. I think this would be the last thing we do, meaning we still have to go through submittals and delivery dates because I kind of fudged them, right?
Yeah,
So before we get ourselves bogged down with submittal dates and delivery dates, let's set up the logic on how we're going to construct these blow-off valve stations. And then once we have any sort of information on delivery times, right, we'll tie it to the procurement section because that's what's really going to drive the start of that work, right?
yes.
So before we bog down into the dates, and I understand you want to know the dates as soon as possible.
No, it's not. We're gonna start the valve and blow off, assembly once the pipe is on site.
Okay, so I'd like the procurement section be the last thing we do,
Yep,
because it's the easiest part. Um, the most difficult part is to set up the logic. And so let's set it up, and
all right,
then you and I could knock out the procurement like super quick.
all right,
So I took a liberty and liberty, a fucking insurance commercial drives me fucking nuts.
yeah,
Um, so I did this whole thing, right? Excavate, form and install, rebar, uh, pour concrete, strip. I was stripping the next day.
no,
So there's going to be a cure activity.
yes, yeah.
Okay, is that like 4 day cure, 14 day? Like, is that like mass concrete, regular concrete?
These are only small, actually, they're only small, like 6 foot deep by 1 foot diameter, pipe supports.
Okay, so there's a concrete pipe supports, right?
Yeah,
All right. So what is it, 3 day cure or how much you want to
yeah,
put up?
just put a 3 day cure.
Are we gonna backfill before we strip or no?
We'll strip and then backfill.
Okay, so oh yeah, because they're kind of like on the ground, right? So
Yeah,
let me see. Strip is uh so it's 1, 2. Okay. All right, strip one day. Okay, so now we have this whole section of pipe and valves and whatever the fuck. Okay, so load and hole. Load and hole. Let's load and hole. When after we pour concrete.
Uh, yeah,
All right, so after we pour concrete, we'll bring the pipe on site so it doesn't get damaged. Um, so after we strip, what's the next one? Pipe supports.
pipe supports will go right after we backfill. We'll put the pipe supports on the
Okay, pipes.
concrete.
Okay, pipe supports. Then we got prep, fill fit, and weld carbon steel pipe. So that's gonna be while we're doing everything, right?
That'll be once they haul the piping
Yeah,
down.
yeah. Because the carpenters are not gonna be in the way, right?
Yes,
Okay. So we got that. Then we got weld, 6-inch carbon steel to HDPE transition fittings. Um, that's after we fill fit, right?
yep,
Okay. Then we have fuse.
yep.
So fuse, then we fuse, right? And now we got 1, 2, 3 valves.
Yep.
So we need pipe supports for that, right?
No, the once the pipe supports are done, that's for the pipe, and then the valves are in between the pipe. So we need to set the pipe supports on right
Yeah, where's
right
the
after we
pipe?
backfill.
Yeah. Where's the fucking pipe? Uh, we got weld. Oh, so weld is basically install, right?
Yeah,
Okay. So
after
we're
we
gonna start. What?
after we fabricate it, then we got to weld the transition
Right.
pieces on.
But we need pipe supports, right? Before we start welding shit together.
Yes,
Yeah, okay, that's what I figured. Okay, and then so once the both HDPE and steel is in place, we're gonna install all the valves, right?
yes.
Are we gonna do them all at the same time or like one after another?
No, they'll be done at the same time.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Okay, so Rohit, it's probably super boring for you, but like I didn't know anything about mechanical when I started here because I was mainly steel and concrete guy. So I'm learning a lot, and I'm hoping you're learning too. You know.
That's good. You can,
And by the way, Mike,
Doug Lack told him at a meeting he's the best he's ever worked with.
Doug Lack is FMI
FMI.
like main scheduler. Excuse me. But what I'm trying to say is that like listen to Mike because he's the only guy in this fucking company that knows how to build this shit. Everybody else is pretending, you know. I mean, Nick is all right. Nick is pretty good, but he's just
Yeah,
he comes off as a little lukewarm, right? He doesn't come off as like super enthusiastic about what he does. Nick Chaddock is super. Oh,
yeah,
you know him, superintendent. Yeah, yeah. All right, so now we have galvanic anodes. Um, that goes on flanges, right? So
yeah,
we need valves in place for that or no?
yeah. Once the valves are done, then we'll install the.
Okay. Yeah. See, this is galvanic, and then Rohit, when you have time, like, you have to do it now, like literally when you have time. Um, Start like detailing if you have time again to detail WBS. Like in this section, um, change like add WBS for concrete, civil being like excavation and backfill. In pipe section, like separate them by two, like because see how we have it, like we add two different WBSs for different crews, right? But don't call them like crew one, call them like section 145 to 49 or something like that. You know, don't accentuate anything on the crews because once you start detailing crew numbers, that's when you start getting yourself in trouble. You know, you probably heard in the meeting today when you talk about like crew this, crew that. Oh no, it wasn't in the meeting today. It was in the comments for the shutdown schedule. They start really digging in, like, what if we had a couple more guys today? So what if we move this crew over here? Get the fuck out of here. You know, so don't accentuate crew numbers, right? Just say like station this to station that, you know, add sections for like disciplines and stuff like that, but only if you have time. Because I don't want you to get bogged down with this and then you know we have issues with Baghdad or whatever. Um, okay. Prep and epoxy coat. Oh, epoxy coat. Okay, so all right. So when all of this is in place, right? We're gonna epoxy, right?
Yep.
Okay. Um, guard post before backfill or after?
What's that again?
The guard post, right? The steel guard post. Is it
It'll
before
be
backfill
after.
or after?
It'll after we backfill, then we install the guard post.
Okay. And because sometimes you, I don't know, like sometimes put the guard post, like this whole fucking foundation for the guard post.
Yeah.
Like my favorite thing is like right after September 11, we used to build these fucking K-rated bollards.
Yep.
Those fucking things, they would have foundation like 20 feet deep, you know, for like a little bollard that sticks out. And
Yep.
we went to test it in DC, right? And basically, the one of the K ratings is like 50,000 pound truck. No, yeah, 50,000 pound truck traveling at 50 miles an hour,
Yeah.
and it cannot penetrate the pole guard that bollard. And I was a witness to the fucking testing. There's plenty of videos on YouTube, but we were there, and when I saw that thing happen, it was the most bizarre and powerful thing I've ever seen in my life. You know, when you have this truck, like a box truck loaded with fucking steel billets, like big fucking billets of steel, up to 50,000 pounds, and it's a box truck, and the whole fucking thing just gets accelerated using a winch, and that thing just hits the bollard, and the truck just disintegrates. There's just like nothing left, and the bollards didn't even move fucking an inch. You
Yeah.
know, it was the most bizarre thing I've ever seen in my life. Um, all right. So now we going to we got another blow station, right? At
Yep.
85. So that one is gonna follow, right? First we're gonna do
Yep.
one at 92 and then we're gonna go to 85, right?
Yeah. Once the concrete's done at 92, they'll move over and start the concrete at 85
All right. So what do you want to do? You want to do it after the pour concrete or after the strip concrete?
after they strip it.
Okay. Yeah, because we can always move it, right? Later. We could always move it like earlier. Okay, let me do the same thing we did here. So okay, load and hole after pour. Then oh fuck, I'm gonna add cure later. So load and hole after pour. Scroll pipe supports. Prep. You know what? Let me add a keyword activity now because I'm gonna forget. Tomorrow is the happy hour. Um, whole fucking office is going to a bar.
Get out of here.
Yeah, and I'm gonna be
Tomorrow.
fucking. Yeah, tomorrow, and I'm gonna be fucking stuck here, guaranteed. Yeah.
Why they doing that?
They go on at 1 p.m.
Why?
They go on 1 p.m. Some fucking bar.
What's the occasion?
Just a happy hour. They're doing it like one of those employee engagements, you know. Like they've gone to like pizza places. They've gone to what's that Mexican place they always go to? I never made it because I'm like fucking stuck here doing some busy work, you know.
Unbelievable. Here we're out here working 10, 12 hours a day.
Yeah. Oh shit, I bet it's twice.
It's a employee-owned company. We can't afford it. What the fuck?
Yeah. I mean, it's not a lot of money. It's probably gonna spend. They're probably gonna spend like a couple of grand, you know. But still, you know, get me a fucking chair. You know,
Yeah.
I asked for a chair. They told me it's too expensive. The chair is like that what it was. I think it was like $600, 680 or something. It's the same chair I had the Skanska, and they told me no. You know, in the meantime, my fucking back is like fucking curled up.
Start walking when you're hunched over.
I know, right?
Then tell them I need a new chair.
Uh, yeah, but that's kind of fucking life, you know. And then they go and they're like, oh yeah, let's have a two
Yeah.
thousand dollar $2,000 pizza outing, you know. Fuck. And like me and Rohit here, are like fucking assholes on Friday till 3 p.m. And this place is this place is like ghost town by 11.
Oh yeah.
All right, so weld. Okay, so pipe supports. Let me see. Let me fucking pipe supports. Oh, here. Oh, I kind of fucked it up. All right, so all right, pipe supports. Okay, so pipe supports after backfill. Let's see, so backfill, pipe supports, weld. Oh yeah, okay. Oh, I know it. That one. I'm like, what's going on here? Well, got it backwards. All right, so okay, now we start welding. Okay, once we got the pipe supports, we're gonna start welding. Let's start welding. Then we're gonna be fusing, right? After we
Yep.
weld, we fuse. After we fuse, we do valves all at the same time. Oops. I know, man. And you guys in the field that are doing 12-hour days, like every fucking day.
Yeah.
You, I mean, the only thing, I mean, you get a little bit higher pay in the field, you know, and the how come I don't get the per diem? Because Roshi gets per diem. I don't get a fucking per diem. Um,
Well, how does he do it?
well, but he spends more time in the field than I,
Oh,
you know, because he spends like 3 days a week in the field, so he gets per diem. I don't mind. I mean, more money. I mean, fuck. You know, he's running around, so you got to get paid, right? So
yeah.
just
Any news on any work coming up?
There is a big one coming up. I don't know if we're gonna get it, but I was told that we're in good position. It's you know that the one what we did on Route 101 that F&F is doing right now.
Yeah,
You know that um, addition of a lane, widening bridges. You know, so there's the same thing coming up on Route 10, like somewhere in Pinal County. Um,
yeah, yeah. I heard about it.
Same thing coming up, and it's a big one. Um, I don't know if we like doing a JV with somebody, but it's a big one. I think it's like 300 something. So I'm supposed to be working on a bid schedule for it, and I haven't even looked at the drawings yet. Um, okay, prep and epoxy. Okay, prep and epoxy, backfill, guard post. Okay, so we got this covered. Pressure regulator.
All right. So pressure regulator. Will,
When are we gonna do it? Because the logic is pretty simple. It's just subgrade, skid, and ground and grid.
we can't do that until it's delivered.
Okay, so it's coming as a like pre-assembled thing.
Yeah, it'll come on the skid, FMI procurement.
Okay, so let's add it to the procurement. I don't think we have it. Let me
It's
see.
under pressure regulator
Oh, we
skid.
do, we do, we do. Okay, when is it coming?
It's coming in the 18th of August.
Okay, so let's do this. Ah, fuck, got something in my eye. Fuck. All right, so we're gonna do subgrade a day before it arrives,
Yep.
and then once it arrives, we're gonna set it and do the grounding grid. Do you need grounding grid before you set it?
Once it's set, then we'll dig the grounding grid around it.
Okay, so yeah, you need to yeah, you need to install it first. Okay. Okay. All right. 5 tie-ins. Oh fuck.
All right. Then after that regulator set, then we'll start on the 2-inch pipe.
Okay. So 2-inch pipe. Okay. So we have form, blah blah blah, pour concrete, backfill. Okay, let me add cure. This fucking cure needs to make it 0 days, $0. For cure. Unless we have to like protect that concrete, but just let it fucking sit, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta add like people to operate blankets and water it and shit like that. Just making sure that it's not going to be extra money. Okay. All right. Hot tap. So we're gonna start 2 inch after the pressure regulator is installed, right?
Yes,
All right.
after the grounding grid's done.
Yeah. You don't want to fuck around with the pipe without grounding that. Oh, fuck. Okay, so we have concrete, right? Um, so we have the 2 inch hot tap at existing 8 inch line. When do we do that?
Uh, we can do that, let's see, we'll do that, I would just, tie it to once we finish the concrete, then we'll tap it.
Okay.
And then we'll do the piping.
Okay, so we're doing pipe, tap. So you're gonna hot tap it, then plug it. What are you gonna do?
We're gonna hot tap it and then we're gonna install the 2 inch steel piping.
Right, but is that line like an active line?
It'll be, when they hot tap it, there'll be a valve on it
Okay, that's it.
and you
Okay,
just shut the valve.
gonna put a valve on it. Yeah, shut it down, then tap it. All right, gotcha. So with tap, pipe support, um, you want to do pipe supports before you tap it or after you tap
Yeah,
it?
put the pipe supports after backfill.
Okay. Then we install pipe fittings and valve. Uh, okay, then backfill and guard post. Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Okay. 6 inch pressure regulator skid. Okay. Um, so 6 inch carbon steel pipe to pressure regulator station skid.
So the concrete will start right after the concrete finishes on the 2 inch.
Okay. Okay. So after we strip, we're gonna do pipe supports. After
Yeah.
when are we doing pipe excavation? After we backfill? Oh no.
After we finish backfill, yeah, after we finish backfilling the 2 inch, then we'll do the excavation for the pipe.
Okay. Okay, prep, fill, fit, okay, prep, fill, fit, and weld, okay, so for that, we need pipe excavation, right, and pipe supports,
Yep.
okay? So after we have the valve in place, or pipe in place, rather, um, so after we have the pipe in place, right, we're gonna, oh, there is install valve, and then weld transition fittings, like all this shit.
Yep.
So is it all gonna be like in line?
Yes.
Okay, so it's one after another, right?
Yep.
Okay, then we're gonna epoxy coat, right?
Yep.
Fuck. Okay, prep, epoxy coat, backfill, and guard post. Okay, perfect.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Still got a bunch of fucking free time. Okay. I need float. Okay. The next one is tie into the boiler 6 inch.
Yeah,
Is it gonna be after this 6 inch?
yep. And
Let's start.
once the concrete's done on the carbon,
Yeah, yeah. We're gonna go and do the car. We're gonna do the boiler tie-in concrete, right? Okay, so then backfill. From there, we're gonna go to pipe supports. Then we're gonna do the pipe. And we're gonna do all the valves at the same time, right?
yeah, the valve, that piping will start after we backfill the pipe.
Yeah, yeah. And then all the valves, the three valves, we're gonna do at the same time, right?
Yes,
And actually, fuck. So let me see. ECH 1031. Okay, so got the valves. Then we're gonna do transition fittings, right? After the valves.
yep.
Okay, TCH 1035. Okay, then epoxy, right? Epoxy, epoxy, okay. Epoxy and backfill, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay. So now let me ask you something. What happens after the blow-off assemblies?
After what's finished,
The blow-off assemblies. These fucking guys. Is it substantial completion or we gotta tie it to something?
that's, after we get done with all that, it'll be substantial completion.
Okay, good. We got one pipe crew, right?
Hmm. Yeah,
Alright, so okay, that's all the schedule. That's it. We're done. So how about tomorrow at 11?
okay,
Let me think real hard. Hold on. Yeah, tomorrow at 11. Let's finish this by taking care of the submittals and everything else.
okay, that'll work.
Okay? Because so tomorrow we're gonna take care of all the submittals, right?
Yeah,
Submittals, deliveries and shit. We adjusted so it completes on October 30th or whatever the fuck it is. Hold on, let me see.
there's no way we're gonna get it to go to November 30th.
Easy, easy. Um, hold on.
We're getting the second phase of this.
I don't know.
Yeah, we are.
I have no fucking idea. I don't know. There's a second phase to it?
Yeah,
Oh, okay. Okay.
and it's all mechanical piping.
Okay.
And this whole system, which consists of 3 bid packages, has to be finished by November 30th.
Oh, November. Oh, the whole thing by November 30th?
Oh, yeah. So
Because right now,
we can't
almost
be,
finished. Yeah.
when are we saying?
Well, contract says November 31st.
Yeah.
Oh, so wait. So this one is not November 30th. This one has got to be earlier, right?
Well, it should be, but what are we showing finishing right now? What are we finishing
I got
somewhere?
October 1st.
Yeah, October. I was gonna say somewhere around October, we should be finish this up, and then you move. Then the
Then there's gonna
mechanical
be a
guys
second
just
phase,
keep,
huh?
and then yeah, the second phase is all mechanical,
Okay.
and
Okay.
the mechanical guys would finish up the remainder of the mechanical on phase two, and then phase three is setting the boiler, and that's it. I don't know why they broke this. This job is only going to be like a $5 million job total. They
Right.
broke it up into 3 contracts. So there's a possibility that we could be doing this first, and then who knows, maybe PVB gets a second. Then we got to do all this coordinating with them. And just what I don't understand why they think they need to break it out into 3 contracts. $5 million job.
But that's because um I guess they're trying to hedge their bets. They're gonna see like yeah, that doesn't make so much sense, but sometimes like procurement lawyers they have like some crazy ideas about
Even if MI engineers up there, they said they only want 1 contractor doing it, but it's out of their hands.
yeah, but that makes perfect sense. Like why would you have
Yeah.
yeah, so
Well, just like in solution handling, they had the pipe and then they had the pump station, and it was and then we had to coordinate everything with PVB and
yeah, yeah, yeah. Like it's like idiotic. No fucking sense. All right, so that means we have to actually probably shorten the durations. Probably gonna have to finish like September or something.
yeah,
I mean, we could probably get it done earlier. We'll take a look at it. But it's all because of that stupid pressure regulator, that
yeah, yeah,
drives the project.
yeah. That drives the mechanical part of it. Yep.
Yeah, but it's also a critical part. This is the last thing because it
Yeah,
drives the regulator that it drives the timings.
yeah.
And so because of that, we are right now in October.
Yep.
And so I wouldn't change any durations.
No,
Make it
no, we're
early,
not. No, we're
make it
not changing.
earlier, yeah, because
I want to show it pretty much a worst case scenario.
yeah, yeah, yeah. No, because I thought that November 30th is for this job, like
It is actually, it is for this job, but then but then the next phase, the phase two, is also the end of November 30th.
that's what I mean. Yeah, I thought it was just for
Yeah,
this phase. I
yeah.
thought it was just for this phase, but it turns out for all phases.
All three of them,
Yeah,
all 3 contracts are the end of November 30th. So that means you got to fucking coordinate with possibly 2 other contractors.
yeah. Watch it. They're gonna give it to PVB, and then we start work, and they're gonna tell us, oh, can you do this 2 months earlier? You
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
just like they did on the other one.
yeah.
So All right, so let's finish it tomorrow.
All right, can you
Um,
send that over to me?
Yeah, because a lot of these things are kind of, I mean, it's pretty good actually. But none of the procurement is tied in except for the precious kid regulator.
Yeah,
I mean, pressure regulators kid.
yeah.
But everything else should be good to go. Um,
All right, talk to you guys tomorrow.
yeah, I'll set something up for 11th tomorrow. Okay.
All right, all right, sounds good.
All right, man. Thanks a lot.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah. Thank you.
Bye, bye-bye.